Yeah.
Okay, welcome everyone. Good morning and welcome. And welcome to the Women's Coffee Club. We created this club to provide a safe space for women to share and inspire each other, learning from a different presenter each week. And we are so fortunate to have Binta this morning presenting for us. She has just been this amazing lady that I've known her for how many years now, Binta? She was
Uh,
here. She started with being so shy, and look at where she is now. Just this amazing woman, yoga teacher, and she also sell this skin product, amazing skin products. So proud of you, Binta. So this
Thank
morning the topic is about your values. Binta had asked that each of you to write down what you think your strongest values, and this will be a fun interactive mastermind that Binta will be leading us. So take it, Binta. Tell us a little bit about yourself for those of you who don't know you, and then tell us why you decided to choose this topic.
well, thank you first of all for giving me this opportunity to chat with you all, and I'm just so grateful that you take the time out of your busy life to be here to hear me share a little bit about myself. I'm from Gambia, West Africa, and but I live in the United States. I'm in New Orleans, Louisiana, and I can now say that I'm a small business owner, and my company is Binta's Dream, and my website is Dream Binta. So I can now say that I'm so proud to say that now. And I'm also a yoga teacher. I love yoga, and I love people. I love beauty products. I love to share everything about beauty products because I feel like, first of all, we need to take care of ourselves from the inside. When you look good from the when you feel good from the inside, then you're able to nourish your skin on the outside. So it's important to how you take care of your skin on the outside. So I'm a strong advocate about that. And I chose this topic today. My topic was to choose one sentence that that stands, that stands with you, that you stand with, like that you value in your life. So my sentences make everyone I meet feel important. I chose that topic because I have people in my life who made me feel important, and that is why I'm here today. I went through a lot in my life, in at times where people did not notice me. They didn't make me feel important, but all that now I realize is a journey because that prepared me for who I am today. To not treat other people the way I used to be treated before. So that is why I chose this topic. But before we get started, I am, as you can see, I am in a different space today. I want us to please center ourselves before we start this topic. So if you don't mind closing your eyes and just wherever, wherever you're seated, just if you're sitting on a chair, just come to the edge of the chair so that your spine is straight, so you're not slouching, if you don't mind. And then just see how my hands are. Bring your big thumb to the middle finger together and just allow your hands, no, this one. So the big thumb and the middle finger, yes, yes, like that. And then, yes. And then just allow your hand to just rest on the palms. This mudra I learned from Deepak Chopra. It's supposed to help you to face your challenges. For instance, if when you're nervous about something, or when you are facing, like, let's say you're going to a meeting and you are nervous, you can do this mudra. It really, really, like, I can't explain it. So I invite you to just close your eyes and just keep breathing in and out through your nose. Notice the breath rising In and out. Notice how the breath fills your belly. And as you exhale, notice how the belly just flattens. Just notice your whole body. Notice the sensations starting from your feet. All the way to your legs. Your thighs, your hips. Your back. Your arms and up the way, all the way to the shoulders. Notice your heart. How's your heart beating? And just allow the breath to guide you, to calm you. As I'm beginning to bring your hands together and just rub your palms. What is the energy between the palms? And then inhale and reach the arms up over your head. Exhale, and then bring your hands, clasp your hands, and exhale. And then inhale, reach the arms up all the way, and then exhale. So imagine you're doing a cat cow, but you're sitting down. It's a seated cat cow. Moving with the breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And if you can, close your eyes for a deeper connection. Or you can just have a soft gaze. But just notice how your body is feeling. This practice just allows you to connect with the body, mind, and spirit. I know it's early in the morning for some people. And this is a practice you can do anywhere. If even when you're sitting in an office and you feel like you just need to move, or you just feel like you need to connect with your body, mind, and spirit, you can take time and just close your eyes if you can, if you have the space to do this practice. One more time like that. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Awesome. Now open the arms and just allow your heart to be open. Yes, just open the arms. And then bring your right arm to the outside of your left thigh. And then just twist your spine. Notice your spine twisting. It's like a sponge of water, and you're just squeezing the water out of the sponge. Then come back to center, and the left arm comes to the outside of the right thigh. Awesome. And then reach the arms up again. And bring your palms together and bring them through the heart. And then bow down to your heart. Noticing that magnificent light within you. When you're ready, just relax. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so my topic, like I said, is make everyone I meet feel important. Why did I say that? Because, again, like I said, I come from West Africa, where I was born and raised. And imagine, as a young girl, leaving my country at a very young age, taken to different countries with no family. And I was with people that they just treated me any way they wanted to. I was never abused, so don't get me wrong. I was never abused or mistreated in like guilt or anything. But verbally, I went through a lot of that. But like I said, I look at that now as a blessing in my life. And I use that as a vehicle to make sure that other people don't feel the same way in my presence. Anytime I come in contact with somebody, I may not have anything to give you, but my words always, I make sure that my words elevate that person. Whether in person or on the phone, I always make sure to do that because other people did that for me. And it started when I met my husband. Everything changed when I met him, and my life just took off after that. And one story led to another until I started my yoga practice, where my teachers, they saw me at first. I didn't value myself. I didn't like think of myself as somebody who could even learn how to teach yoga. But they saw it within me, and they kept telling me, you were good, you're good, you're good. You need to learn how to teach. You need to go to school for yoga. I said, no, it's not for me. I don't think I can do it. But they saw the value in me, that they made me feel so important, that they made me realize that I can do it. So I did it. And since I did it, I'm happy that I did it, because now I can also, yoga just opened my heart to realize that I am one with everybody. That divine light within me is also in the other person. Because before I used to think that I'm separate, just like all of us, you may think that you are separate, but you're not separate I'm not separate from you. You may look different from me. You may speak in a different language. Your skin may be different, but inside I am one with you, as you. And that is what I have learned in my life. And that is the message that I always give to people, even with my own family at home, when I speak to them, which they don't understand yet, but I understand why they don't understand, because they're not learning what I'm learning. And so that's why I feel like I am the vehicle for them to be able to learn this. So I give them, I talk to them and I advise them, I give them courage, but it's difficult because they don't understand. When I say you are important, you don't need to sacrifice yourself so that you can be, God can love you, because you're already loved no matter what you do. God loves you. You don't need to prove anything. You just be you. Be kind to yourself and be kind to other people. Do good things. Do things that are for the greatest good of all. That's it. You don't have to sacrifice. You don't have to do what somebody tells you to do because you think that that's going to make you go to heaven or this and that. And that is the way I used to feel before. That is how I used to think before. I used to think that I need to do certain things so that I'm loved, So, and now when I realize that it's so ridiculous, because I feel like if that is the way, like most of the cultures, teach us, then why am I working on earth? Then if that was the case, then God will make me like, I don't know, step on earth and then fall off and leave the ground for the other person, or the sun will not shine on me, or I won't be able to breathe, So when I think of it now, it's ridiculous, because if I'm not loved by God and I'm not one as, how am I breathing? What's making me breathe? Why is that I'm breathing and you're breathing, but you think that you're better than me because you do certain things? It's so it's ridiculous. It's just the way that is the way my culture, unfortunately, that's the way we are conditioned back home. And it's not their fault. It's just, it happened to their parents and their parents and their parents. And so that is how we are conditioned. And unfortunately, we just have to learn to break that. And it takes individuals like us, like me, like Loveline, those from Africa, to be able to teach our people that we are important. We are all one. We don't need to prove it to anybody. We just have to be kind to ourselves and be kind to other people and do what is right for the good of all. And that's all. And so I was so blessed to have people that showed me that. And because of that, I am here. And that's why I love this. I love my sentence anyway, because ever since I came into this community, this Noble Goldman community that allowed us to be now here, and I always go back to Valerie, Valerie is one of those people that made me feel important, because if she didn't take the time to talk to me, she saw me one time. Valerie and I met at the yoga studio, at an opening of a yoga studio. And we were just talking, and she just started opening up to me, and then she shared, a little bit about herself. And then 2 weeks later, I heard from her saying, "Hey, Binta, this is what I've been studying all this time, and I think that you should take a look." And this was about practice, the paradigm shift program. And at first I didn't understand, but something told me to take a look. And so I went into my room and I watched the whole video of Bar Proctor. And after I heard Bar Proctor speak, I signed up for a whole year for his program, the paradigm shift. And that shifted my whole way of thinking, that I was the one who was holding myself back, because that allowed me to shift the way I perceive myself. I see myself. That just broke everything. It's like a light bulb. And so Valerie has given me a gift that I will never forget in my life. It just changed my life. And Bob Proctor and all you all here, the books I read, and they all shifted me. And that is the kind of thing that I wish for everybody. Where I come from, like, there's so much suffering going on because people don't know. People just they live in that type of thinking, that type of conditioned thinking. I'm not saying that there's no love. There's a lot of love back home. People love each other so much, but there's a lot of conditioning that makes people suffer. That is what I'm talking about. It's not that people are being abused or people are being beaten. That's not the case. It's just that their way of thinking is making them suffer. And that is what makes me sad about that. So I'm just so grateful that I saw people in my life that brought me, that gave me that courage to be able to say, oh, Binta, you can do more, you know, you're valuable, you can do more. So my yoga teachers helping me and allowing me to open my heart and to be able to take care of myself, to be able to have the courage to, God, to do so many things. I used to be a maid. I used to be a living maid. I used to work in hotels. I used to work in grocery stores. I used to be a waitress. So that allowed me to, like, everything I did in my life, that has allowed me to value people. I can walk into a grocery store and I understand what the clerk is doing because I used to do it. I will go to a restaurant and I understand what the waitress is going through because I've done it. So I'm kind, I'm showing them, I'm talking to them, making sure that I see them and value them. I don't care even if the service is like whatever, but I allow them to be seen. When I go to a hotel, I used to be a housekeeper in a hotel. When I go to a hotel now, I always make sure that I leave the room spotless. And then I will take a note and put money on it and put it under the pillow so that when the person comes to take care of the sheets or whatever, which I have already put them together in a nice way, she can lift that pillow and see that thing with a note. It's not even the money, with a note that says, thank you, I appreciate you. Because when I used to be a housekeeper, that rarely happened. But when it happened, it just made my day. Like somebody telling me, oh, you did a great job. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That just lifted me up. So I do that every time I go to a hotel. I tell my husband, I say, make sure you don't make a mess. Make sure you clean up after yourself, you know, so he knows, my husband knows that every time we go out of town, I always make sure everything is spotless before we leave. So we say, okay, it's enough, I think it's clean. And then he will go back to the bathroom and I follow him back to the bathroom to make sure that I cleaned up a little bit before we finally close the door and leave. And it just makes me feel good. That's just the way, you know, it's just the way life is. You learn, everything I learned is a journey. And I'm happy that I learned, you know, I went through that because that allowed me to be who I am today. And that is why I chose that sentence, make everyone feel important. So with that, I guess I just want to hear what you all think and what your sentences are, if you came up with one. If not, you can just speak. I mean, I don't know. That is what I wanted to share.
Thank you so much for that, Binta. So beautiful. It's really, I think all of us need to hear that. And I think that's just amazing. Thank you for your share. For me, you know, relationship and connection is really important, and contribution. After my retirement, I didn't know what I was going to do. I've always been passionate about wanting to help women. So I decided this platform, and, you know, with this contribution, it turned out that I'm the one getting more of it. And I think that's how it works with contribution. You think you're giving something, but really this, you're getting more from this than what you think you're giving out. So yeah, that's mine. So but this is such a great topic, Binta. Thank you. Val, you're next. I know you have to leave early today,
Yes,
so go ahead.
Binta, thank you first for giving us this yoga experience, sitting yoga experience. I'm like, oh my God, yes, my spine is flexible. So thank you. Thank you for your words as well. You're so eloquent. When you talk these days, your message goes through people for sure. So thank you for leading the way this morning. My sentence, although I am kind, I am smart, I am important.
Yeah.
When I watched that movie that day, so the words are not coming out from me, but this is something that that is important to me. And value like, kindness, peace, love, harmony. We have a choice to create that in our lives and with our loved ones. And that's what I'm focusing on the most these days, to live in peace with people.
Thank you for that. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Val is all of that. I know Val. You're just so amazing person. Corinne, you're next. You're muted. First of all, just want to say thank you so much for coming, Corinne. I haven't seen you in ages.
I know. I'm delighted that I could join you and see you and to meet others today and to listen to this beautiful, important message. And I feel centered. The sentence that I chose is, to be acknowledged for doing what comes naturally is an honor to those who have come before us. That is a quote from me after I was given an award by the organization that Rini had mentioned earlier. She too won that award, and she too was acknowledged for doing what comes naturally to her. I also always leave my hotel room spotless and always write a note to housekeeping, thank you. And I sign my little signature because I'm so appreciative of everything that everyone does. And I'm so appreciative of those who have made me how I am today. And I just go through my life and it's just repetitious. We are vessels for what flows through us. And I have chills, but I am grateful. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Beautiful words.
Thank you, Corinne. Corinne is amazing. She was the executive director for this, for ACUDA, which is this organization really to serve. It's a service organization, and we all serve on the board of directors. And thank you, Corinne. That was amazing. Yeah, I think that sometimes we take things for granted, people, I think this whole idea of appreciation means so much. Even just it's a little thing, even just a note would make a difference in people's lives.
It is. I'm grateful for, in my retirement, for coming as close to home as I possibly could. And I'm on the coast of South Carolina, and just looking out the window, just walking on the beach, they're treasures to be found. But you have to, as you were saying, you have to be open to finding them. But it's just a reflection of everything around us, and we do need to give back. That's so important. But thank you, Rini, for allowing me to join you, learn, share, and care together.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's so good to see you. Yes. Sue, you're next.
Hi, first, Binta, thank you so much. Your authenticity and your compassion, it just oozes out of you. And I think that's why people probably feel really drawn to you. It's just, it's a beautiful thing to see someone just living their authentic life. Anyway, thank you for sharing yourself and your soul with all of us. It's just so appreciated.
Thank you.
And I guess my little mantra is to live life with integrity, compassion, and gratitude. So I think everyone in this group, just taking the time to make those around us feel loved and important is critical. And just being grateful for all that's given. You can quickly switch to negative when life gets complicated, Searching out the positive is not easy in every circumstance, but I try to always do that. And some days are really easy and other days, it's more of a challenge.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how I live my life anyway. And some people may say, oh, don't be a Pollyanna. Well, it's not that I'm not well aware of everything going on. It's kind of hard not to know what's going on in the world. It's shoved in your face 24/7.
Exactly.
But
Thank you.
there's just a lot of beauty out there and so many kind people. And sometimes people don't even know they're kind. You have to remind them.
Yes, I would say more kind people than bad, actually, So
Yes.
I think really I would like to give Sandra a chance because I know she says she has to go. So I'd
Okay.
like to give her a chance to speak before she leaves us. I don't want her to leave without saying.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. Val has to go. She just left. She
Okay,
told me
okay.
she has client. Go ahead, Sandra.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Binta.
Thank you, Rini, for always hosting this amazing group. And the group keeps the same and changing all the time. We've always got a few new people, but we've got the core of people that we've become really close friends with, even through Zoom. And Binta, that was absolutely beautiful. You've nailed it, absolutely nailed it, because I'm so excited to get back to Uganda. And yes, the experience there is exactly what you were talking about. My sentence is, I'm the compassionate queen of straight talk. You're going to get the straight talk. And that you can do it. You can do it. I'm not going to do it for you. I can't do it for you. You don't have to be me. You have to be you, but you can do it and I can help. And with that helping, it was really when I was there with my family who changed their position so drastically that I just really kept their feet to their fire. And sometimes you think, well, maybe I'm a little harsh, hold their feet to the fire. If they don't want their feet held to the fire, they'll run away. And many of them did, but the ones that said, no, she's got something going on, they had the courage. They have to have courage and curiosity to forge ahead to discovering yourself. And that's exactly what you did in your story, Binta. You give me goosebumps because when I hear your story, I recognize my story. And that's the bonding that's occurring with all of us here. That's the bonding. We share our stories, we cry together, laugh together, and know that we really are that one. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. Sandra you truly are the queen of straight talk,
That was a learning lesson, I would just keep thinking, like, what am I good for, and people would say, well, yeah, you just say what you've got to say. And I said, yeah, but people don't like that, then I really felt people like me or they don't like me. There's no gray area with Sandra.
Well, we love you. You're
her.
one of these who even though you just say it straight, however you feel
The
it,
truth.
but
It's just the truth,
yeah,
so.
but I could feel your compassion. I could feel your caring. You're very caring. So
Watch her on Facebook. She puts out these videos, it's short videos. I just love to watch and just watching. It's just so beautiful. Thank you.
And it's interesting because your topic, you started out with allowing. I just did my live because I know I'm going to be in training all day. I did my live and the title is allowing. We were doing something together. We were ESPing it somewhere.
Awesome.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Nancy, you're next. Nancy is its grandma who babysit her twin babies.
Are you babysitting? You're babysitting.
Nancy, good to see you.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So good to see you, Binta, and everybody.
Nancy.
I just feel so fortunate to be able to be a part of this group, and I really don't know what to say, but I just want to say hello to everybody, and I'm feeling really good these days. I got a job at the co-op here, which is a natural food store. So I'm learning how to be a grocery person after doing massage for 40 years.
Oh,
But
wow.
I'm not just doing that, I'm doing other things too. So taking care of my twin baby girls that are a year and a half, and
Oh.
just really loving life. I moved to a new place, and I'm just really, really excited about my life because it's really kicking off. And, you know, being 61 is not so bad.
You're just a
Oh,
prop.
that's so great.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your granddaughters.
Yeah. She get to come to San Diego and we hang out. We went to the Mexican,
Oh,
yes,
wow, how great.
restaurant in the Old Town, Mexican cafe or something.
Yeah,
Can't
that was
remember.
fun. We went
Yeah.
with my husband.
Cool.
We took
Yeah.
pictures, you know, Rennie, she puts everything on Facebook.
Yeah.
So that was
You
fun to
know,
have some
I
recording.
actually post pictures on Facebook for me because when
Yeah.
I get older, my mom had dementia, and I said, I'm
Oh,
gonna put all these pictures. I put a lot of them. I said, I
Yeah.
don't care. Someday I'm gonna, at least I could see the pictures and remember the past.
It's
So
perfect.
the
I love it.
memories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice. I look back on that every once in a while. I remember that day we had together. It was fun.
Yeah. Thank
that's
you.
great.
Lovelyn, you're next. Beautiful Lovelyn. She's just has this amazing spirit.
My sister.
Binta, I don't know what to say. I love hearing you speak, and each time you start, I don't want you to stop. It's because our stories are similar to a certain degree because of where we come from. And when I heard you say that you have this, I don't know how to put it, I don't even know the right word to use. You like making people feel important. And it is at the core of what I'm doing right now. I don't know, it has something to do with our own values as Africans or even as human beings, I don't know.
Yeah.
But the way you do your things, I've watched you from 2020 when we knew each other. And I've been following you step by step. And I'm very close, you keep tagging me along wherever you're going. As if I'm just like your little sister. Anything you see, Lovelyn, have you seen Lovelyn? Have you seen Lovelyn? And I'm always following along, just learning from you, the energy that you have, how you have developed yourself to get to where you are today is quite amazing. You never used to speak like this before. Seeing how you have grown and where you are, it is just amazing. And I know you mentioned about the values that we stand for. Personally, I have quite a lot that I stand for, like achievement, ambition. Happiness is at the core of what I'm doing right now. And that's why my foundation is Genuine Happiness, foundation. So, and have this ambition, respect for people. And that is embedded in making everyone important, because we as human beings, we crave for that. We crave for recognition. We crave for, someone feeling that important, even if we don't have material riches, whatever. The fact that we are recognized as human beings is really, really important. And it's at the core of what I'm doing. Helpfulness, courage, respect, security, tradition. Tradition also comes and is embedded in respecting everybody and giving back to the community, serving like you're doing. So thank you so much for this topic and your teaching, everything in the yoga practice. Actually, thank you so much for stretching my body. I've been working so hard since last week, as you are telling us to stretch our arm. I said, my goodness, I wish we could continue for the next 10 minutes or so. My body is all stretched now. I feel very energetic. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Lovelyn. I love you, Lovelyn. You know, you're such a motivator for me, because I'm watching you right now. You are so many things that we do. We are in the same boat, but you are like, in some ways, you're kind of a little bit further than me with your organization. I haven't found mine yet, but mine is coming too. So I am watching you, and I'm so grateful. I'm so proud of you, because I know you're doing an amazing things. You're doing amazing things back home and for the world in general. So you keep flying, girlfriend. I'm right behind you.
That's quite a circle, isn't it? That's a circle dance, you know, where we support each other. That's really what you're doing, is that dance. You lead, then you lead, and you
Yeah, exactly.
it's a beautiful thing.
Thank you for those
Thank
words.
you for that, lovely. And Joey, you're next. Joey is another amazing lady. She homeschooled 5 kids,
She's super woman.
but they're all doing so well.
Yes.
Right. So first of all, thanks Binta for this topic and for what you've shared. When you were sharing about Bob Proctor, and you said it was when your paradigm shifted, and I remember the time when we experienced that back in 2008, when I first heard about the law of attraction, and then I followed a lot of gurus, including Bob Proctor, and then you know, for over 10 years, we've spent so much time studying and applying all these concepts. And I realized that the way to change really is when you pursue the journey to self-development. And you take the time to focus on growing you first, because then you'd be made whole and you'd be full and you'll overflow, that there's no other way but to share and give. But it all starts with having time to study, time to research, time to watch those videos, right? So for me, my sentence is, it's time. And that's also my signature seminar. It's time financial house, it's time stock market, it's time energy, it's time, it's always with its time. It's time couple power, it's time red couch discussion, it's time chill and grow. Aside from the fact that it literally means time, like it's time to do this now. But for us, the deep meaning of this is that the secret of our success is time. We homeschooled our kids, like what Rini said, and spent 24/7 with them. And look at how they've grown. All our relationships are great because we devote time for them. Sure,
Yes.
our careers are important, money is important, but not as much as time. Because
Yes.
it's one thing we cannot ever get back once
Get
we.
back.
And the thing is, we have to understand that all of us are in a borrowed time. So we have to make the most of every day and not waste any of it. Like this one, being present with you, I spend time with you because I know I can learn from you. And this is, again, self-development. It's a long life journey. So we always have time for things that would improve us, because once we do improve ourselves, we can always give back. Once we feel ourselves first, first, it's not being selfish. It's actually focusing on us first, because once we are full, then we overflow and we're able to give back.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Joey. You are such an example for leadership too, because I've watched you and I've seen your kids, and you're just the best. Thank you so much. Thank you.
She's amazing. She's amazing. Yes, your cup runneth over when you're full. Kim, you're next. This is this amazing Kim.
Thank you
Beautiful
for being
Kim.
friend.
Hi, ladies. Oh my gosh. As each of you were speaking, it just really was so powerful. I just thought, you know, we in this group, we're like lottery winners. Like, you think about that, like there is nothing greater than community and connection and collaboration. I always say the 3 C's, you know, that creates success, right? But as first of all, I'll say, Binta, thank you so much for sharing the tender gift from the center of your heart this morning. And from that, your soul flows with such compassion, authenticity, and just pure love. And you can just hear it when you speak. Every time that you speak such joy, and you can see it in your face. It radiates from your heart though. And so thank you so very much for this conversation. It's just a blessing. And also I wanted to say both for, I think it was Binta, and who else was it? Sandra, or was it was one of the ladies here, maybe it was you, Sue, that was talking about that they actually clean the room at the hotels. I'll be traveling next week. And so thank you for that reminder to bless those that are making sure that our stay is, you know, just perfect, right? And so thank you for that. I would like to say, for me personally, I just love this group. And, you know, Joey talked about it, And Binta, you talked about this. And as we were all speaking, you know how it just sparks this certain joy. Well, guess what? That is how I got started with Noble Goldman, is through Ria. If all of you know Ria,
Yeah.
we were on a Bob Proctor paradigm shift weekend. And we chatted in the Facebook group. That is how I became, she invited me into Noble Goldman. And I started with this group in, gosh, it's been in October yes, October for the paradigm shift, right? It'll be 5 years with NG. And it is just, I have learned so much from each and every one of you. And so we are in the right place at the right time, right? And so I would just say, for me personally, it has always been to love God, our first commandment, and to serve people.
Yeah.
But to make sure that my cup is running over so that I can give contribution to this world, that my legacy is to bring more value to others and to keep my cup full. Right. And so that's why I always say connection, community, and collaboration. Because together we can create, we are world changers. And it just goes with one person at a time. And Binta, you do that every time you speak out, you share. And I think each and every one of us do here.
Yes.
But my coined response to everything is that I walk in the fruit of the Spirit. And that's at the highest vibration that you can walking in patience, love, kindness, walking in truth, right? And being your authentic self really helps to produce a better universe. And so just thank you. Thank each and every one of you. So
Thank you,
beautiful.
Kim. Thank you, Kim. And you are one of those people that I've also learned so much from. You're giving me so much, and I will never forget. Because you've given me so much, and you've taught me so much, and you pushed me to do things that I wasn't comfortable doing. And I did it, and it helps a lot. So thank you so much. All of you here, you've given me so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I can be pushy.
But it's in a good way.
I can but you know, it's done with pure love. It really is, to see you go to the leading edge and beyond, right?
Thank you.
Slumber. Yeah. Thank
Kim
you.
has so much wisdom. I always loved listening from Kim, because she's just, you could see her love is just overflowing.
Amazing.
And Joey, your topic about time reminded me that as I get older, that time become more precious. You know, I become aware of this time, and then, you know, at the end of your life, who cares in your how much money you have, or what all this material stuff you have. It's really, what have you given to others? What is your contribution to this world? But anyway, thank you all. Arlene, you're next.
Okay, so this woman is amazing. She's just amazing. You just make everybody feel so good. So it's crazy when you talk and you say, oh, you know, I didn't always feel this way. I didn't know, I'm learning so much, because where you are now is just light. It's light and it's love and it's free. I mean, you have on your white blouse, and we just feel light and love from you. We do. We don't feel challenged. We don't feel weighted. We just feel light and love. And I just want to say, I have a challenge sometimes with God. And I ask him about challenge and about struggle, because, you know, my thing is all about overcoming fear and getting unstuck. And so I look at some challenging situations, and I say, well, why God, why are you allowing this to take place in the world? But when I see you and I heard your talk today, I believe that I got an answer straight from God through your lips, because when you speak, we feel it. Everybody on this call said, oh, I felt something when you spoke. And even if they didn't say it, it was a fact. And the distinction between you, Binta, and your speech, because everybody's speaking. I mean, there's so many talks. I mean, I can't tell you how many talks I've heard, but the distinction between when you speak and when others speak is that you have lived the life that you have lived. You have lived the life of challenge, and you have turned some of those challenges into something beautiful. But had you not gone through those things, when you speak, would we feel it the way we do? You are the real deal. You are the Bob Proctor of today. You are the true Tony Robbins of today. The distinction being that you have experienced these things in life that you're speaking about. You didn't just read them in a book. Yes, it's nice that you read it and you took the programs and you can speak the lingo and the language, but you've experienced it and it's a joy. Well, at least you turned it into joy, you know, and some of us don't. Some of us, so many of us don't. But you are the authenticity. You are the real deal. And so continue to speak. You know, somebody else was agreeing with me. Continue to speak, because as you speak, we feel the difference. We feel the transformation, and we can feel the change because of the life that you have lived. So we talk about authenticity, but I mean, you are it. You are it. Like, I can speak with and say, well, I've seen this, or I've read this, or I know this. I'm talking about it all the time, but you can talk from a space that other people cannot speak from. And that is a gift from God. You have a gift from God. If you have not heard that before, I am telling you today, you need to take that on the road and share it with the masses.
Thank you. Thank you, Arlene. Well, you are one of those people that I learned from too.
I love you.
I love you too, but you are one of those people that I learned from too. You know, your words, and I watch you speak, and I take that and I said, yes, I can do that. I can do this. I can do that. I don't have to worry about what other people think, as long as what I'm sharing is good for me and it's good for others, for the highest good of all beings. That's it. Don't worry about what other people are saying. Like, I was watching your video the other day and I shared it. It touched me because I watched it the whole time. And you said something that touched me. You said, whatever you're going through right now in your journey, whatever it is you're doing, is meant to be for you. It's in your life because it's supposed to be your journey. So it's not supposed to be for the other person. If it was supposed to be for the other person, then that person will do it, but it's for you. So don't worry about what other people think. I'm saying it in a different way, but that is the message that I got. And so I had to share that video because I was like, that video touched me so much. And so you're one of those people that is also giving me so much and allowing me to have courage to go through my life and do what I'm doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And again, you blessed me. That video was an hour long. And
yes. I watched it and I was.
And yes. I don't usually do hour-long videos. I do 30-minute videos. And somebody said to me, would you do an hour-long video? And I sat and I struggled with that. Like, people don't want to listen to an hour-long video. And then you did that. You posted it and you said, I really liked this particular one. I was like, oh.
I couldn't move. I watched it straight. I was like, because normally you do certain, like, yeah.
As I'm presenting to a group, in which case I'm not speaking for an hour, but this one I was speaking for an hour. And it was so encouraging because I
so much passion also. Oh my God. I was just watching him.
Oh, good. Because he tells us to do things and we think, maybe that's not really necessary. But then we find out people are actually blessed by it. So even if we don't.
Thank you, Eileen.
Thank you so much. We're getting close to, the top of the hour, but we have Omeka and Faith. So Omeka, it's your turn.
Yeah, blessings, greetings. Wow, I was in and out of that. It was raining and I had to roll my windows up, but yeah, I stayed connected. And that was really, yeah, a blessing. Thank you for sharing your life and your heart and your story and your transformation. They call it the past, the present, and the future, but really what's what's important is right now, you know.
Mhm.
Things don't really happen to us. It may feel that way because I've gone through all kind of things, because then you get into blaming other people and the energy gets kind of stuck. So yes, thank you for helping to remind me to release the pain wherever it may be holding itself in a holding pattern. Yeah, it's time to release it and forgive and treat each other the way we want to be treated, you know. And yeah, I've been lived within many different class systems, is what people call it. So may we be classless, raceless, sexless, you know. We are pure energy and pure love and light. So our hearts and our hearts of the earth are one. I'm a pray, heal, drum warrior goddess. May I share those gifts and talents and reflections unto those I meet
Yes.
on my journey of life. So thank you all for being here, and blessings.
Thank you,
And you
Omeka.
can do that, Omeka. Thank you so
One
much.
family, we
Yeah.
one family standing on this
Thank
earth.
you.
We got to be
Yes.
standing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
thank you. Faith, you're the last one here. You're not the last one, but your turn. Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to Binta and for sharing her story of overcoming and finding herself. And it was very encouraging.
Thank you, Faith.
Thank you, Faith. And we're at the top of the hour, so I'm going to give back to Binta before we close this out. But I so appreciate all of you here. You're all blessed me. Every time I come here, like I said, I learn more than anything. So Binta, go ahead.
Thank you.
What?
Well, I just want to say that just take everything that you've said today, everything you've written or spoken for and spoken about, and just let that be your vehicle and just be a light for the world, for the good of all beings in the world, and non-beings also. I always pray for beings and non-beings also. So thank you so much. Have a
Thank you,
wonderful
Binta.
day, everyone. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you so
Mhm.
much, all of you. Love this group. Love all of you. Have a great week or weekend. So see you next week. Thank you so
Thanks for the
much.
yoga.
Bye. Thank you all so much.
Thanks for the yoga.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye, ladies.